your pieces have just gone through the bandsaw and you've got them down now. I've just run these through here so you're not seeing the marks. But effectively what you're needing to do when thicknessing is very first thing you need to do is to make sure you've got all the necessary safety precautions. So number one, that's bangles, rings, everything off the hands and wrists in case they get caught and get pulled through. Number two is you must have all the correct PPE. So glasses, earmuffs, apron, hair tied up, all of that to ensure that you're being safe. From there, you need to go through and you need to make sure that this machine's set up. Now, the best way to check this out is I like to get my piece of timber. There's a black plastic notch right here. And I like to have it sitting just above that. So I'd come through and I'd be like, all right, as long as that's just sitting just above it, you're okay. If not, if it's touching it, well, it's too high. It's too low. So then you need to raise it a bit so that there's a bit more space between it so that you can fit your pieces through. Now when using this thicknesser, there's a couple of things you need to be aware of. Number one is that you don't get your hands caught on this, the lead in. That's going to hurt so much because that's going to grab this and then force it down. Your hand's going to be underneath it and it's going to hurt a lot. The same's going to happen at the end. So you've got to make sure your hands are always well clear of this and of this. We never ever want our hands going anywhere near here because once again, if it gets caught, you're getting stuck through and it will just churn your hands up. When we're running it, once again, you checked all the heights, you're happy, you're raising it here and you're checking the measurements over here. You press start here, off there, and you need to make sure that that extraction is open, which means this up top needs to be coming out to backwards to the outside of the room, not all the way through. If you see a hole in it, it's the wrong way. From there, all you're going to do is turn on, using all that safety protection, and run it through very carefully. And it's going to look something like this. Please also make sure that the extraction is on for the whole system. Now this has been cut, so they're not going to cut too much, but it's going to give you a depth. It's going to turn on. You're going to push this in, keeping your hands all away from this and that. And on top, hand again. Get them through. Once you've run something through, if you're running a square piece, you then take it and you will flip it. And so it will cut the exact same height on the other side. So it's just getting it down to a height that you're happy with, run it through, flip it, run it through. Now, if they're much larger than what you need them, obviously do one pass, flip them, one pass on the other edge so that you're taking both sides down equally, then adjust this, then repeat. Other than that, this is the thicknesser. Take your time, please be intentional, and please make sure you're watching how far you're thicknessing your pieces. Because if you go too far, you're in a world of trouble.